to the point on the decimal video. It's burgundy drip gold trim. Now, if you like the Commanders or you're into NFL news and content, please get us a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And you know what I say. If you agree, you cool with me. And if you disagree, please do so respectfully. All right, let's get into business. Today, we're here to talk about young Commanders quarterback, second year quarterback, came out of college as a junior from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Sam Howell. Yes, yes, indeed. If you're here, you're at the right spot. We're about to get into some of news and, some observations that we've got from reporters, some other content creators in the Commander space on his evaluation and his progress. From what we've seen from that Cowboys game 26-6, which I attended, which should have been a much bigger blowout, but Joey Sly kept missing extra points, and I don't know, Scott Turner was holding Howell back because there was so many other opportunities in that game for RPOs, short slant, drag routes, and even some opportunities downfield that could have been exploited. But hey, when you got Scott Turner there, he never tries the same thing more than once. In my opinion, along with another unsung rookie last year, Brock Purdy, who was 7-0 as an NFL starter in the regular season, these guys are both going to go into the 2023 season undefeated. Purdy 7-0, Kyle 1-0. Purdy was afforded to come into a situation where, he had a heck of a play caller with Kyle Shanahan. He had a bunch of playmakers with Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. We can get into all of that. But those are just the core players on that offense. Ever since the departure of Daniel Snyder and the arrival of Josh Harris buying the Washington Commanders, you see a lot has really turned into our favor, even in the media. The same media pundits who said we're going to win 2-3 games. Are you crazy? Is you crazy, Holmes? Do you really see this roster we have, this defense we have, the offensive weapons we have? The only thing we didn't have is the offensive mind and the play caller. And we didn't have the right person under center. Now, you bring in Sam Howell, great prospect. Everybody say, oh, he fell to the 5th round. That is correct. Now, by the end of the season or probably in the mid-season form, you're going to either see this, like, oh, man, these scouts don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to evaluate talent. Or you're going to see, oh, I see why he was a 5th-round pick. Two things can be true at once. The pros Sam Howell has in his game, we already know he has a cannon arm, and he's accurate. He throws the ball with stride to the receiver. I'm tired of these quarterbacks throwing behind or overthrowing a guy like Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin numbers would be much better if he played with a Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Mahomes type quarterback. Or maybe even Jalen Hurts. Because a lot of people, they question Jalen Hurts going into last year. And, he really worked on his game. He didn't listen to any naysayers. He just went in there and did his thing. All Sam Howell has to do is just focus, 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 focus. Don't make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Don't have too many brain farts. You're still a young NFL quarterback. And I always say a running back and a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, especially a younger quarterback coming into the game, and it really opens them up to the offense. The running back might have to be the extra eyes. The tight end is the safety blanket, for additional blocking, for hot routes. For any of these things, you need to have communication with your running back, your tight end, and your line. And, our line is very questionable. A lot of people do not have faith in this line, and I don't blame them. For what we've seen over the last few years, I really don't blame them. But a question I do have, Eric Flowers, where are you at, Holmes? Like where's you at, Slim? Like we nobody ain't gonna pick up the phone and call this man. He was pretty solid when he was here second time around. Hell, before he got the contract with Miami, he played solid for us. I remember that, but that was one of the few highlights before Ron got here. But anyway, anyhow, Sam Howell has everything in place. One thing I wish Ron Rivera would stop doing is talking too much to the media, because you don't want to get a repeat of what happened with Wentz last year, when you're talking too much, saying like, oh, he looks good, he looks this, he looks that, because we still are Washington Commanders. Yeah, we're not under Snyder no more, but people are always looking for something to bash this team about. I don't know what people got against us. I don't know, because our fan base isn't the Cowboys fan base. But going back to team identity and just like his history, when you look at a team like us, the Commanders, which was the Redskins, we never really won off of like superstar play. We won off of just being a great team and having great core pieces and players intact. This how this team is going to have to be if we're going to get over the hump. And like I said in my last video, we could have won 11 or 12 games last year. We really lost some games off of brain farts, off of just stupidity, ignorance, and a whole lot of other words that I can't conjure up and think of right now, but they all fit into the same mode of why we lost those games. And we don't need brain farts. We don't need that. We have to be at best a 10-win team. We have to make the playoffs. We have to, give these owners, this new ownership group, faith in Sam Howell going into next year, because we will fall yet again at the 16-17 pick if we don't even make the playoffs, and we won't even get a good pick. We probably don't even have any leverage to really even move up to get a guy like Drake May, because we're not going to get Caleb Williams. I can't even think at the moment who else is even a top quarterback coming out. All we just know is Caleb Williams is going number one. Regardless of who falls to number one, y'all getting Caleb Williams. And I don't think no team is going to pass up on that unless it's just like a real good team, like a really good team. Like maybe, I don't think the Ravens will fall to them. But just some weird scenario where a team is like, we can just use this for leverage for future picks. Then maybe we'll be in those lottery and those sweepstakes. But we have way too many weapons as far as the running back room and the receiver room and even the tight end room. I remember Rico from Street Scores talking about Amani Rodgers. And, I really did think he was going to do a lot of good things this year. But we still have other good tight ends. We still have other tight ends that we can probably lean on and we can develop. We still have the guy from Ohio on the roster, I believe. I forgot his name. Of course, we still got Logan Thomas. We still have Turner. So, and we still got my guy. I'm trying to think his name at the moment. Sorry about that. I'll come back to that. We have a good tight end room. We have a solid tight end room. I'm not going to say great or good, but it's solid. It's questions on the line. But I think the enemy is going to really focus on Sam getting that ball out quick. You have to get that ball out with under like probably 3 seconds. It's going to be a lot of quick screens. It's going to be a lot of drags. It's going to be a lot of new formations. So it's going to be a lot of things that pick up the offensive line and to throw the defense off guard. And we have the right quarterback for that situation. We have the receivers for that situation. I look for Jahan Dotson and De'Ami Brown to really step up, because we already know what Terry's going to do. We know what Curtis Samuel's going to do. And this playbook may be very beneficial for a guy like Curtis Samuel and Antonio Gibson, because they're like gadget players. And Bieniemy has the luxury to have not one but two. So, hey, and you have a great running back room. A good running back. I got to stop saying great. We have a good running back room. But I do believe Brian Robinson could be a 1,300 yard back. So I do have faith in him, and I believe, and I really believe he can do some in the pass game as well. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I just need you guys to just like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate anyone who is tuned in today to listen to Burgundy Drip Gold Trim. And if you agree, you cool with me. And if you disagree, do so respectfully. And if you want to follow me on social media, I just made a TikTok, Burgundy_GT, and then same with Instagram, Burgundy_GT. I think that's going to be the banner for pretty much everything on social media. I appreciate anyone who's tuned in. Have a great day. Peace and blessings.